It's definitely the preamp and the mixer that's fucking up. Construct. I need more CP. You just made a bridge.
Will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely.
Mystic cloak.
Though I
Cloak
won't make any
containing water astral
What is
energy.
it?
It emits an invisible fog, softening the blow of any attacks that comes the wearer's way. Equipment. Do. All right. Continuing on. I need to completely redo my emotes is what I gotta do. I cannot find an artist that I like. Or when I do find an artist that I like, their commissions aren't open. So it's like, I don't know.
Right, here goes!
Mine! Big waterfall!
Severing wind!
Here my car!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Hurricane Will this help?
I'm not done! Here!
Healing circle!
One at a time.
I owe you one. It's time!
Hit. Go get her.
You're mine!
Big waterfall. I'll heal you all. Feel.
Ah! Burn in hell!
I'll be saving this one.
No escape!
Thanks for the healing.
How do you like
yourself,
being
okay?
pounded
Yeah.
into shape?
You too.
All right.
I'll be
Come and face me!
Hit.
Far enough.
You're
I'll
mine!
heal you all. It's showtime.
Strike!
Feel.
Take this!
Make it rain.
All yours, Kisara.
Jesus.
It's my turn!
Please, sir.
Hurricane strike.
Severing
Healing
wind!
strike.
Strike!
Back into the fray.
No escape!
All right. Here
Move
we
the
go.
Rondo! Your flame inside me, yours to be let free! Strike! Win!
Here I
Now.
go.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial
Not a
spear.
chance!
Piercing roar.
Severing wind!
Do it.
Not a chance!
Magic is in.
That was tougher than it should have been.
We're in good
Just the
form.
RNG of them fucking rolling at me was tough. Alright, where do we have here? Oh, this is the way to actually go, like through here. But we want to go collect things by doing map actions, so let's do that. Molgor looks different. I can't wait to fight Ragnarok at the end of
I
this.
didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle
Absolute
both.
protection for
Not
absolute
necessarily.
peace of mind. That
Both
was
of
the
them
design
contain Earth
ethos for this
astral
defensive
energy.
gear.
Luckily
Layered
for
with
me,
chainmail, light armor,
this
and
area is
plating.
rich not only in fire energy, but earth as well.
Ooh, 78, 70, and 79. Let's go. That's a big upgrade. Ragnaros. No, we're fighting Ragnaros. Straight up. Oh, that was a way to skip if we wanted to, but I don't want to skip. I want to fight everything. I need materials. I need them. I said it the first time. Dog. Ragnarok's that Thor movie.
Eat dirt! You're mine! No escape! Raining slash!
Hurricane
Blew
strike.
away! Raining slash!
Where are you going? Armor won't.
Oh, I got the cast off.
Aim for the weak point.
I'm not done!
Water. Here I come.
Mentally, I said Ragnaros. I may have physically said Ragnarok. I don't know.
Feel.
It's not what I meant, though. That's for sure.
Not a chance! I'm not done!
Ragnarok's that shitty God of War game, right?
Hold on to your
You're on!
That actually does not have a deep and meaningful story like people make it out to have.
Andy.
Here I come!
Make it rain.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Come on! The flame inside me, yours to be let free!
A banana.
Strike!
This one's mine. Make it rain.
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Looks like we won.
You fucked that guy up. Oh, we got 2 of them.
Gotta break through. You picked the wrong fight.
Lunar corruption. Lightning strike.
All right. 1,
Here's a healing arc.
2,
Any more of this and
3,
I'll burn out.
4,
For the weak point.
5.
I'll burn it all.
Here we go.
Flaming pillar. Fire.
They're completely resistant to it, but it's still cool to see.
I never miss. More where that came from.
No escape.
Go get him. Lunar corruption.
Raging
Lightning strike. Can't fight far enough. Take this.
Chill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
The waters
No.
of magic
You're
is
mine.
ours. Hurricane Freeze Lancer.
Inside me. Yours.
No, it's not even the fact, like, the gameplay of it was fine. It's just that with the new God of War stuff, like, everyone's like, oh my god, it's got this deep story. Oh my god, it's so emotional. Oh my god, he says boy. Like, oh my god.
Say
Like,
no more.
no. It's not deep and meaningful. It's far from a great story. It's far from a great story game. But these people don't play story-based games, and they're like, oh, it's so good. It's like, no, it's not. The gameplay's passable,
Am I on a roll
But-
or what?
like,
Well, look who's in a bright
you
and
clearly are
shiny
showing
mood.
you don't play story games when you say that it's a great story and it's moving you. That's how I take away from the God of War games. And people that say that they're like so great and such a moving story. We got this thing. I bet you we're gonna fight something right here. This is a boss arena.
What the hell is that thing?
It is kind of Ragnaros, isn't
Probably
it?
that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on.
Let's go.
This one's tough,
Ifrit
but we have
Malum.
no choice.
Level
Let me
40.
know if you need healing.
Level 47.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
I can't hit this
Suddenly
damn thing.
turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogles?
Take care of them while keeping
Okay.
an eye on it.
What is this fight?
Never miss.
I already don't like this fight. I'm not gonna lie. I already don't like it.
Lunar corruption.
I can carve through
Going
armor.
in. Hurricane strike.
Void blast.
Lightning strike far enough. Sorry to trouble you. Lunar
My head's
corruption.
spinning just watching you.
It's on.
Lightning strike.
Raining splash.
Hurricane strike. Lightning strike. Here's a
Ow,
healing arc.
motherfucker.
Here I come.
First aid.
Not today.
Time to shine.
Magic is this.
I can carve through
Here.
armor.
I'm not done.
This will come in handy.
Blow away.
Sharp this
Raining
arts require complete focus.
Here I come.
These guys are beefier.
Warriors of passion. Magic is in.
Appreciate the help.
And
Just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Prepare to be sealed.
These guys can't be like.
Warriors of passion.
Laser spear. Here's
That's a laser beam.
Your arms! Their arms were interrupted.
I will kill you all. Raging cascade. Ready to go. Magic is
The camera angles are so bad on this fight. Like I can't move my camera.
To be let free.
There we go.
You picked the wrong fight. Now,
a healing
while
arc.
it's reeling,
Take it
blow
down.
away. Raining strike. Blow away.
Nice. See what I can do.
Win.
Now!
Chill.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Water.
Now.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Here I come.
Oh shit, it was charging. I could have used Kisara's
No
thing.
further.
Feel
Done. Severing.
Get you all tucked away.
This one's mine.
Healing. It looks like you got this one covered.
Hurricane strike.
You're finished.
Lightning
This
strike.
will come in handy.
That looks cool.
Banana. Let's go.
Hurricane strike.
It's just kind of. Ow.
Let me help.
Raging cascade.
Lightning strike.
Ignite.
Back into the fray. Blah, blah,
Blow
blah.
away.
Magic.
Anything in armor is all
Now.
mine.
Raining
Get
flash.
on in there with
Smash
the others.
you.
Will this help?
Take this.
The waters of
Prepare to
magic
be
is there.
sealed.
Shield and mace.
Healing circle. There you go. Don't let up. Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself.
In a
okay?
bind.
Yeah. You too.
You're mine.
Freeze laser. More with that kick. I'm ready.
Why can't I move my camera?
By the
Seal.
You're mine.
This one's
Get you all
mine.
tucked
Where are
away.
you going? Amazing.
Raining slash.
Here I
Blow
go.
away.
I can carve through armor.
Showtime. Arctic, we're coming through.
You picked the wrong
Healing
fight.
cascade. In here.
I owe you one.
More for the stockpile.
Raining slash. Blow away.
Time to shine.
Raining slash.
Denied.
Okay.
You require a hand.
Mine.
Seal.
Just wand it up.
Water.
You're mine.
Drinking orb.
Strike. It's over.
More where that came from.
Blow away.
It's weakened.
You're mine. This ends now.
Magic is there.
Raining
In
slash.
here.
Make it rain.
Kisara. Commander of Heavens.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Yeah, they're trying to show the big nerd, but like, just let me fight the big nerd then. If you want me, if you want to show off this guy, just let me
Here
fight
come
him.
more.
Design it so I
Have to
fight
keep
him.
Fighting.
Come and face
No
me.
more playing nice.
Bananas, let's go.
You're mine.
I'm only getting
No
started.
escape.
Whoa, hey. One at a
Flash.
time.
Hurricane
Blah, blah, blah.
The flame inside me.
Now.
Yours to be still.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Not a
I'm
chance.
pleased, sir.
I'm not
They're all
done.
coming after.
It's time to finish this.
Kill them all.
Die.
Kill them all, Shion.
Consuming wildfire. Glacial spear.
You picked the wrong fight.
The enemy wields on.
We'll soon see about that.
Where are you going?
Raining slash. Strike.
This is it.
You're really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Now, still.
Look
Oh,
sharp.
that's a big pillar in the middle.
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here.
Now.
On
Here
guard.
I come. I'm not hit on.
Dreams.
Win.
Do it.
Oh. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Thanks. What do you got now, big boy?
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem.
Eat this.
One
Far
more.
enough.
Raging
No
cascade.
further. Take this.
In here.
No escape.
This one's mine.
Blow away.
Magic is there.
Raining up.
In here.
Ow, what the fuck?
Anything in armor is all mine. I can carve through armor.
Drinking orb.
I'm not.
Here, let me help.
Blah, blah, blah.
Water.
Raging cascade.
Stop targeting him.
Spread.
Can we get back to the one we were fucking fighting, please? Thank you.
Magic is there. In here.
Will this help?
You're mine.
Stockpile.
No escape.
Healing circle.
This can't be happening.
Come on. Thanks.
Oh my god, I'm fighting the camera more than I'm fighting this fucking boss.
All right.
Not today.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
I'm gonna need more of that
See,
medicine.
I'm sorry.
You're mine.
Take this.
Ready to
Anything in
go.
armor is all mine.
can
way
feel
out?
the medicine working.
I'll bring you back
You're
from
mine!
this
Far
abyss.
enough! Now you see what I can do!
Ha! Severing
Do it!
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah, nice technique.
I'm not done. This one's all done. Ha!
The hardest part about this fight is the fucking camera angle. I'm just gonna throw it out there. 100% is just the camera.
Escape!
Keeps fighting against me.
I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Primed and ready!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now!
Will this
Take
help?
this! I'm not done!
This one's mine!
Our big waterfall!
You're mine!
Lunar
Okay.
eruption!
I'll be
By
safe.
the
Megasonic
Make it rain!
Double leap! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Do you require
Astral energy!
In a bind?
Look sharp!
It's over!
Whoa, hey, one at a
Look
time!
sharp!
Void Flash! Try harder! Now!
Going in!
Lunar Rondo!
Magic!
Strike!
Sleep now! Let's keep up the pressure!
Mirage!
This'll come in
Try
handy.
this!
Again! Here's a healing art!
Ready and rare! Pain! Great!
I'm over
It's
this
over.
one's mine!
I realized like partway through that thing was coming down. That big fire ring was coming out.
I'll be saving
Good thing it didn't kill me.
Flaming meteor! Ready to go!
Blow away!
I never miss!
Now I can let loose! It's time!
magic is there!
Here I come!
Sleep now.
I owe you one
Strike!
for that!
Win!
Here's a healing art!
Away.
And more than you're all burn out! Try harder!
More for the stockpile. There. Magic is there.
Sleep denied! Here, let
No
me help!
further!
Take this!
More for
I could
the
do without this
stockpile.
pain!
Armor won't save you!
Gemini Aqua. Let's go.
Win! Strike!
Magic is there.
Take this! No escape! It's on! Burn!
More for the stockpile.
You're mine!
Lunar corruption.
Win!
All right. It's just
Strike!
Piercing roar!
Lunar Rondo!
field.
Mirage!
Not on my watch.
Here's
It's
a
over.
healing art!
Oh, here comes a laser beam.
I'm not done!
Prepare to be sealed!
Got it.
Man, I was gonna say this core is just holding up.
Blow away!
Go make it rain!
Special boss
This
Zoogle.
ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
You done yet? We fight now, bitch?
It's
No.
about to strike.
Okay.
Look sharp, everyone!
Was I supposed to do something with that?
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Did something pop up for that? Like last
How are
second?
we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just watch and learn.
There we go.
That's
Jesus.
enough.
That didn't pop up the first time. Shades of the first boss, though, am I right?
Go back down!
Yo, technically a one-shot. Technically a one-shot on that guy.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zoogles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Alpha, an unrelenting blaze. Ooh. We got one more max AG. Oh my god. We're going Incineration Wave into Faster Flaming Edge, into Flaming Edge Burst, and to increase the evasion distance. We need a lot of we need a lot of SP. But this is the last Flame Edge I think that we need to get. This will work with Raining Slash and Void Slash. This will just make them charge faster. This will just giga damage. It'll be great. Rinwell finally has KO protection. It's only taken all game, but we got it. Okay. Secret key. The key to a certain door in Calaglia. Simply beholding it makes one wonder what lies behind the threshold.
You're quite the gunslinger.
Is that to that one door I was trying to get in yesterday?
I've got your back.
It has to be. Has to be that one door we tried to get behind yesterday. Who would have thunk it? No, that fight was okay. The camera was a bitch, which just made the fight feel awkward. But technically, we hit that guy once and he went down, so that's an actual one shot. Just throwing it out there. Oh god, Torghast is still open.
Hey, is that it over there?
What's this guy doing near my ship? What's he doing near my ship? I never recognized the noises they all made when you're sending them back. Craft weapon. Oh, we still don't have. We can make Supreme Flare Claw though, which will be huge. Huge damage. We just need a Toman Edge to open up the one tree. Okay.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Dude, that looks sick on the back, the improved Flaming Edge.
Alvin?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alvin.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Wait until the ship is ready for takeoff. Let's go replenish our supplies from this dude. Cause I'll be honest, I ain't trying to wait around anymore, you know what I'm saying? Buy lemon gels. Grape drink. Life bottles. All right, cool. Brings everything.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Shion?
Right before
Where'd
we
Shion
go.
How could she just go off on her own?
Oh, there she is. Yo, that's the motherfucker! Hello? No, not there yet. I hate it. I hate my microphone. I hate everything. No, I love my microphone. I hate everything else about everything. I was trying to say that was the palace of Pelagian.
Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Rolron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renis Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Xion!
Alvin?
Only living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Xion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Xion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Xion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you! So let's go. On to Lenegis.
Anime. Fuck!
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Well, that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
He just wanted. Oh, come on, microphone. Oh, there we go. He just wanted a hit of the thorns. It's no big deal. This microphone set up.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me. and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Check. My microphone's working again? There we go. No, I don't really play. I don't actually. Not even don't really. I don't play 5M anymore. I don't do RP anymore. Too many selfish, toxic people around the 5M communities. I was over it.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for
Board the
Lenegis.
starship. We are going to cook before we take off because I don't think there's bonfires in space. I could be wrong,
Huh? Why are you staring?
but I don't think there's bonfires in space. Do we have sashimi? No.
Good. This came out just the way I hoped. Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I've been thinking about what we discussed earlier. His reasons might not have been pure, but in the end, Dohalim still made Elda Menencia a place where Danans and Renans can coexist. I thought everyone would welcome that change, with open arms. I took pride in what we had without putting in the work to truly solidify it. After so much failure, do you think I even have the right to pursue my ideals?
It doesn't matter what I think. You've already found your answer, haven't you?
I know what I want to say, but I can't help but wonder if I'm being selfish.
Everybody makes mistakes in life, Kisara. Everybody. It's what you do afterwards that matters. But you already knew that, right?
Yeah. I won't look away from the world any longer. I'll do my best to confront reality, so that we don't lose anyone else, ever again. More to the point, Dohalim needs someone who can push him forward. I think we both get lost in our sorrow too easily when we focus on the past.
If we see that happening, we'll set him straight. Don't worry. We'll look out for both of you. I have to say, though, if you turned out this well modeling yourself after Miguel, he really must have been a great man.
What, you didn't believe me before? I'm pretty sure I've been going on about him since I joined up. If you need more convincing, I've got plenty more stories about him.
Maybe another time.
Don't worry. Once I finish folding these clothes, I'll go to sleep.
I wish you guys luck with it, Weslin. I'm just,
Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
I'm over the whole RP thing. I just, you know. Just over it. That's a really good view right there. Alright, let's go to space. I think we're beating this tonight. Unless space takes like 10 hours to get through. The Red Woman.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right, then let's go.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
What? We
Everything
gotta
okay,
explore the
Shion?
ship now?
You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
A zest for life. What a way to describe someone.